Omade shema mu nyina ache braso se be ajisu madi bremu demokrata moboso interviews ahodo adwenkyere yedi nyina be bremu adwenkyere no efri ye ho efri amanfo no be kasa ho ebi nsusu fri wan kasa a wotifie susu efra betwe bokodia ano pe me nua ma nom ya krama na afia pokua na wa hasei mamu nyina akwaba
ya eja
and the 1st of April.
Oh.
Ordinarily, in Casabria or Senka, Winnie, Yahweh, Nipabami and Sabi April Fool. But we are not in ordinary times. Sinti, my main Kubisa say, Fiane, ya, Ibi, and
I. You bet me in a light, and young crying had it a manual because soon say lockdown, who could you be a Otisia Bontia, a Babuna Macra, and Nigeno, a better no warrior, but baby, anyone, dear. You soon cry, Jahim, to moon in a light, and Mamma Mosmom question.
Oh, dear.
If you're Obia to them, you need to Obia, a Benio Bia cry. Oh, now, Hoswa.
No, before dear. You can't all cry a bit me. Just like the Andrea you see, you know. Yes, will be a now, be some Baba will be a da. But and then Honorable Kwame and you may do the birthday. Honorable good morning and enjoy your birthday today. Now on the from the daily graphic says virtual learning on TV begins April 3. And then enforcing restrictions on movement, security skills up operations, additional checkpoints mounted. Veronica Bucket inventor seeks support from government. And then the new crusading guy says that Brian Champon fights off allegations of land grabbing. Okay. COVID-19, Ghana records 31 new recoveries. The Ghanaian Times say police arrest dozens over breach of lockdown directive. In the parana, Omonfoni was say, we been year call, been for say, police military show of force as they step up operations against lockdown defiance. The new publisher, day 3 of lockdown directive beatings galore as soldiers, cops descend on civilians. Daily Post says, ignore EC and SP, focus on coronavirus. The inside says, Accra, Kumasi go dead over lockdown on coronavirus. Now, Obebi, Atrocrat be from Italy, the Aquacoma UK4. In course of the program, I will say bit me I can kind if it will make sense because and when we program non from city KM say yes I'm saying yi near course for Italy no man because it doesn't appear say yet the air conase into no media some be penny if you anka yi because you can't show ye me yi obis and opekra the do say yi caskets no. And I'm so who said the party democrat on Bay and Bay.
And so I'm sure now Kobo be Musu who be
well, for those of you who are madrid yamose, Motti say a same quada in Yaomono, and Belgium near Quada be already 12 years died. UK 13 years on so my cousin Quade woo, the mention is Sab, I didn't acquire team no, Ekas will be answered who ye. Entino because a bit me I will be and will be answered bit me every. Now man for so Botswana my idea how they watertight. They say my record 3 cases. Straight away my lockdown. 3 cases. Enti the echo so mama be so in course of time.
Are they also imported and am for na di free or man be so call.
You know the baby if just say ni na free baby and na baby room. So the vertical and then the horizontal. That has been the story of all the countries. Inti, you have newspapers and the kind. You have been sharing to. So now, I can't let us actually. No, I can't.
Dear, I mean, kind.
You share a graphic from.
You share graphic. You and your for the daily graphic and truth accuracy every day. First April daily graphic at the aba. Na me share say when you say I was say ye this na no nhye ya. Mampani di bra ye ne so. Ye de hen say o manfo ya ye ni bibia ehia kese pa. Ye nhye dem no. Eno na daily graphic akọ aprobama Albert Kesalia and Rosalind at the aba was say checkpoint pa wonu de asisi krom no enkran ne tema ha enya asem ketwa na operation no wo matu ni din say operation COVID safety COVID-19 safety and was say womu mia bambo papa na wo chese day 1 e da na edi nkan na ye na no dwoada eno no wo se ba bia befa bia na uhu se bambofo ginagina entu hwe graphic front page he say ya ene pampim na say baria wonum asisie no ene watwitwa bi akire na emmom wo se enu ade ende na esunko wo se dwoada ne de nkrofo di so kama na edu enura no ene wo se o enura no na won sheda wo hu se bambofo no ewo krom na so se de nu wo hu omo dwoada no wo hu omo sa efise dwoada no na pampim ne bemben ukwo anim ba ko mienu ubehu se posi gina ko anim bienu ubehu se bambofo gina na enura de ne de na ubekwa ache kakra mu betwe pa ansa ene wo hu se bambofo egina wo se wo manfa nto ho a efri tema ekọ enkran sei no na checkpoint mako enso ena na ewo ho ena adenta enso eba enkran efa eye tete kwachi hono mo no ewo de kura de jama wanya enhu bi kura ene wo se ba bi hono so a wo be se posifo eni sojafo no wonu gina ho ane wo yi nkrofo sifom no obisa asemase wo kwan obentin wo kwan wote di aba se mi essential worker wo card wen adwuma ben na wo ye enti wo se de wo hu no no adwoada no na eye enura de na ewo fom na so obeka se ni nyina no eye a wo mo aboa ama dwumadie no etimi ekoso we aye daily graphic front page a wa bewie ewo kratafen to so miensa.
So far Ghanaian Times obokata no so animu eno so sa ne lockdown no nsem a ena ewo mu times anim ho kra de odi mfoni aba ya posifo acheche nkrofo ena enya asem keto kra dodo bebre en wo wo mu nyina obi antena fom ona obi aboho as a secondary school for more for makoto omu seniors ya mo obi a etete fom no say police arrest dozens over breach of lockdown directive let us posifo akwa cheche eye enipa bonfo yi a wo mabu lockdown no mra so ema say ye twe wo mo aso na front page Ghanaian Times on man no ka say police any military for no we dey wo mu show force pa na wo ma say mia bambon hyehyɛ no a wo mo ye no emu na wo hwɛ dobokata na ye Ghanaian Times dobokata n katafeto so dumiensa na say 13 page 13 no a eno wo chemu say de be no wo mbetimi ahwɛ say nkrofo be yi wo setie na baabi a yesi obi antena ne fi obetena ho no posifo ene asojafo a yede dwumedie na hwe wo sa na ko mo aboma mo mia bambonim ene eno anadwomia akra me de tea num ne pan no ne ade ekoma emilo ekoma polisifo eni sojafo utum se nipa so odzen ye hwe obi a motorway so se me kosra me kunu na no ye emergency wo so kosra ne kunu o mu nyina ya cheche wo mu to se posifo no amie mu pe free say o man pani excellence na nadodan ko ekufu adode akwanche no ebetu udwa no wo ma mie mu enti kaneshi first light ho ma mie mu e na Ghanaian Times ho no ma so mo so ma e barrier ba ko e mie mu ntu nim na wonni ayi ye enchirase bia na nyina so papa bia posifo gina na wo enya asem papa nchire wo mu de ne anadu de suom eno a moto we so obi so okọ akramo na 12 o'clock akramo obi eni won mo ye adwuma enso ya so kwabena ne wo so okọ akramo ya oti ube mu a the girl so okọpẹ ma o sedie yo ena o mo che no esan born back to sender dan so ma last stop awudome ka ukudi eho nyina posifo chese omne omnu sojafo no emia bambonim ena afi wo mchese enkran ene tema kumase ene mpotem nyina so wo miemu a oya se oni ayi bibia wo koyi ne kroma empia bonten kra said wo maye ne saa no omo ebeye enti we ye Ghanaian Times obokata no so munsem odi aba efa lockdown no a excellence Dr. Mahmoud Baumia eso wo pay 12 a wa launch a digital scholarship platform no siaka sebo ya kan ho asem na lockdown no ya san de wage ne gbawe aka ho perifo che se wo manya akwancha foforo de afim penifo ho a wo mo na hwe bambo ho sebisuti wo mo de gbawe any wage akoka ho ai no so wo mo ye compulsory testing for COVID-19 na che sensem ni bia ba bepio nti o se no sei wo mo ye compulsory testing wo bia be hia no bia no wo mo aye na mpenifo akese a wo mo na hwe Ghana Health Service che se we akwankyerɛ pedifo de amu mo sign say wo manyanya cases bi e wo mpatamunti e na wo so wo do wo nyina ababeka lockdown ho a wo me compulsory testing no Ghanaian Times no
Yanko Daily Graphic back page onom na Daily Graphic back page na wode to dwa wo soro ho ensem ne ye mienu de wo soro pa no wo chese bambofo a wonom e wotamale ani abere pa ene enura anadwo de efidamu ni nyina na anadwo no wo yirimu pa ne na mafiefie mu monten so nnua se hefanfa e hwehwe wo baabi wo ye gini ni ba wo nya mfie no besa aduonu ba ko e ya sembi na anu a yete yese nipa be se du wo mo so test positive wo sa COVID-19 yade ho e wotamale tifido no na chese wo mu dodo na ese wonum ye ginifo a wo mu etra Burkina border no ebewura mu e wo Ghana e na mpanimfo si gise ye de mu kogu baabi se de aye no no aye bi ma ebinum won kran ha no enti ye quarantine wo mu wo hotel bi e na wo ba yi kanipa dodo ba enwotwe ana se nkunu wo mu ka ne ho no e wo ho no Jordan na nwumre wo mu koya ye se wo hwiri wolu adwane wo ko hefa wode kwa akosansa nkotofro wada hwe kotobi sa mobi enti enu nanam so ama bambofo no ani abere ne yesi wonum ate asi krom ene wonum bisa wo mu bisa wo ma hwehwa ebe pem enu anadwo a Daily Graphic say wono ede sa maniboi ebe na chese ababawa no enahi a wonum enya enhu no enti wani ena abede a wo hwehwe no Regional Minister Ura Salifu Saidi ena Daily Graphic so ne kase no se no kre enya se ye ne boni anase eja no life kra so ma no eja hotel esu edi mu kama ena wo kan foforo bi ho a ye de no ekoto honom ne yenim de kan no ne de wo pepa anti a wo tisi abonte sa no so me ne bambofo no ye adwen se o ye bekwa akọhwe no enti yegusu a ye hwehwe no omafo no dwa wombo afu se he wo pese wo de besan ye enti saade a minister fan information ni bibia to dwa ne ye moa ne ye hwehwe no na nye ehu no a se bo ne ye bebo na ya bo na bisa nse adan die na wo gya pese wo de yade no besan na Daily Graphic back page ya nura eja kwabna mane bo a wo de baaye no enu na Daily Graphic enso edi aben na wo se enura no fa wo de abane se Ministry of Gender na se ahye wo hwe ma nkwada asetenam yedie ne bambon sem so akwa maka yefo nipa aduosun ensia na wonum ye se yese wo bia enhye fie me obi ampia wonum so mu ni fie dem enka ha no krofo so to anim no wo mo deda enti so na adwen so wo de obi so to anim aye bai be bisa se ha aha ye ofie no anka se opa buso obi ha ya na meda ankoye revolution de ani bi no mo se ne ye krom enti adolescents aduonu ena mpanyimfo aduasanum ena nkwada motofo aduonu ba ko ka ho ena wo mo ye se nka wonum dwane anopa no adechenshoma so yi ni nyina ache mo no ministry no kọ ho ena wakọ akọfa wo mo na Metro Health Director eye Mame Florence Kuchi ese wo ma fa wo mo de wo mo kọ ekoma wo mo baabi ada na wotwemienu entemti na ese wo kọ no wakọ quarantine wo mo ebi wo se baabi ode wo mo kọ ne odokọ mpotem wo won hyeda nche ye baabi kro ana won che Daily Graphic baabi kro wo odokọ mpotem wo ma wo mo akoda wo na wotwemienu wo de wani edi wo mo chi wo se won ba ye ndie wo hwe wo mo temperature na kọ so jama na wo mo gina wiam ni ntia ti wo mo baabi tina ye enwunu mu ma wo mo nsuo num wi akire no afa de wo hwe wo mo temperature no na obi ade aba normal na nso enhyehyɛ mu no e wo se wo de wo mo ekogu baabi enti wo mo koma wo mo baabi ada na akire yi wahwede wo de wo mo ebefa
ye ko ahoma no so afia ye ba be pese wo hwe page is it 15 of the Ghanaian Times. 94 University of Ghana students text COVID-19 negative. But yene yen century ni Alhassan Washid or Kasefri Tamale entwetwe komon fast story yawe or back page of the Daily Graphic no. Alhassan, good morning.
Good morning, lawyer.
Nyame adumboko na nso e.
Biaboko.
Mo de munya lockdown no bi ho.
Lockdown yenye but sana situation na kono ndra misura town ibisa na nkrofo betre recommend say yenye my lockdown it is since 24 for apan sanka Guinean nationals are almost free Burkina Faso and Nigerians are almost free Niger and free Burkina Faso almost positive for COVID-19 no in Tiama citizens are more and our residents are more tamale my very scared and no more recommend say on and year lockdown I say some few weeks ago, the Ghana Health Service and the security are more Tamale. Guinean nationals are no more 8, and Burkina 2 Burkina Faso nationals are Okabuma and almost testing for COVID-19 positive. Na sa nkofi omode mo ekugu hotel na initially omoba beda o Tamale no na ekwin no nsema yeti ne say one national oba we scale wall we can and then 3 days currently here can say aban sa enye enka ne na tama omonsa ka yo
obey or the hotel and I say ya quarantine no enye sa me amete menti ase quarantine kire say ya chiwa hye ba bia untumi empie so question me bisa say eye den no ba no pie
you according to information I pick from omo quarantine but na omo within the perimeter of the hotel now omo quarantine na omo no and security so omo outside main gate on 80 hotel na nkasa no both workers nene guest number omo quarantine omo nyina because since they now omo confirm say omo ye COVID-19 positive no na obi anim say omo aba into first hand contact with omo ye juma wo hotel enti omo quarantine na omo nyina and security net na outside of the main entrance and no inside enti na omo timi echo around the hotel premises but no obia entry enti the security ne say no mo nim say oban epie askele wall na o skele wall no wan fa bibia
alasa em say question am bisa bia na nya wo na wo say wi ya no but minim say the hotel ni city obi a ya quarantine no ya regulate movement ebi kura bra no na ye beka say mo mra bonten does it mean say na security man na ote ho no onhwe wo mo na ti ko de hwe na chi nti no onhu ne yekoso so that to be able to me apie because ba ko etimi apie a e just say mo maka nyina pe so be pia nkopo so be pia enya sa na te
no kre
so say na city say na ho city ana hotel no mo hwe so no mo te quarantine ase
so maybe no and almost shada entias because not strict enforcement and shada and for that particular scenario no more but then hotel no if hotel now wall walls your friends and property enti na initially no na first contact excuse no one kasa no oman ye protected until later on better no omo protection enti may dream say probably no omo earth na be at least omo ntimi mba in direct contact with the people
and yes I mean that's understandable but all PA no obi ehun apart from security no minim security no him for a hotel no security and say aban security and Ghana
aban security na omotna
so make me assume say aban security be police for right
police
I see and na etikora na ehwe ho nti wa hu ana kwa anajo
nti skele wall na okoye but time initial stage time now omochi omo bi so omo there na omo amane be na omo de ba Ghana Tamale and omo say omo beye clothing business but nkrofu bebri and I still na kasa agent omo ba Tamale say omo bebo omo beye astutu ejuma aye friend ashawe eno and omo ba Tamale say omo beye omodo virus no be no Ghana. Oh okay. Alasa da simu na no maka kire why? Yo.
Na ye better na yahu ni pakro no because omo kire bibia na omo de picture bia to be bia na identity so be ya mimi na me hia na me hu say we abaya we na aduane na ye penalty no.
No sa picture no de enyem by but initially time omo chi omo no twitwa pictures be but then no man shara inform ngina entwa omo portrait enti currently some am in the picture e wo ho no but na no ojina no ontimi ehun no face etimi identify no
nti se me nam na me hu na me hu no
nti sisi a just maybe okasa na say otitwi ana oti any of the Ghanaian language here me yes sure say obi a bit me suspect say oye Guinea near o free Guinea.
I see. Allah say that's it.
Yes, me that's.
Yeah. Una be hu no.
Wa ma krasi bi aboa me. Ala sa kro tamalempo hu na hu.
O re bi sa mo ye ma ndi bi mu hu na.
Ye hu no.
Hu oba wadi 21 na we Guinea ni a.
Wo bisa question pa. Fi se enkranfo ya omo baaye ebre amampani ma first directive no. Womu a womu free ama no ni bedru ye na yesi ya quarantine omu nipa 1030 no yesi omu pese omu pie beji no omu dan nanim kra da bi nya ni ntina na womu hotel room na ebi mo kasa didi atem na adan na mo di abesha na obi ama nchen yesi aduane kra di besi wa ye bopnum ye disi wa apa na nipa ne ko na police wo honom enti we no obi a ye nim se ye quarantine na ye den na ye security ni timi ye lose se oba otimu hwiri wo odwane saa
question e fie be ya
omo so
muna munya ba no
every say ye ni aba
ananya muna munya ba no nti munya no
mi gini senka by now de na nka wo so omo de ni photo ba abontene se de ba obi a betimi aboa ne ehunu ne yie se ni mfoni ni ho nti ehunu e be de kra hu se asoma si ana so obenti a wadwane kra ni
hu se na make se minister Salfi Saidi se omanfo ne se onkyere omo na chese oba no pese ode be san omo nti onkyere omo na so mu na ne omo be lenchen ti bi onu susu se ne ode konya de koto se de omo bu afu se wo hyedam mu ne ma omo ba nye na wotua hotel ka nye na woto aduane no wati esi abonte na chese e bia wa hyeda se pese ode be san ti bia na omakobo na me no so akoya asem foforo
benifo no mo ensemusa bebre wo so omu yi ano number 1 say omu fa nipa no ko omu quarantine no de data collection omu ye ubu se odin nipa mu se onte Ghana kasa na wonte brofo a mu kire no sansa nipa no to ayare no wo no ho no wa ehu bebo no nte ye oman na sede se ye be chirechi ma kire no ye ansa no odwane because ya anye ene wadwane a ene no obetimi na justify say
obefa ne se ya chinatum
One fia question. One fia question.
Say I mean maybe was no obefa no
legal question
say ya chinatum nti se ya chinatum na so hu ni bone awaye ene sa de obebu ban
asenye ono kwan so ne da ho
na bi so ono de opeamanity
obi a print but still my question na me nyanya answer say security na ho no ne tiko na ehwe
no
ana say ana no so fa de say
o mete ba bi si so o ma sika
well
and nipa no so je no man na kwan say
someone to me say mu dia we are also entitled to speculate. Anyway, talking about jail India say omo stadiums no baako ana mo say kan say stadia say na dey itimi kan stadiums
and then omo come and say well single is stadia plural is stadium
okay
but and na dey stadiums
omo yi baako asi ho e dey aye jail.
Wow.
So mo say nipa na e be chu
omo ma amnesty
omo do so kura kwa
lockdown
India no omo do
say ni omo nipa na so odin
okay
nti so my na omo adwen say omo ye ramshackle jail bi e wo stadiums no ba
okay
ti ye che wa per straight here do ko because ye ni ho time na nipa no so do so do omo abo omo abre na no say ba ko to aba no kura ko ba ko no bi ko ya bre omo ndi say asema aba no na Ghana has say ya hwe yi a de nkrofo ye no sa na besi mo hwe yi a ye de henkwa na be ye jail
baba ya stadium ya said your background na ehwiri fa hospital hotel walls we
how do you me hwe ha police for
waka na baba nyara
David Ghana police
waka ye
waka
the soldier for
soldier
so bi wa ha bi a oni ebeje won pa Spain
okay
e say enura e na omunya cases there dosun pa nipa ewu ye dodo ewu ye cry in a day omodoso chen de bia since ayare no ebeti esi Spain hoyi enura no kwa nipa aha wotwe aduanan kono 849 ena omu ewuye eno anokwa so far so Spain so de enim say yare na dokro wo mo uyi Italy fo a wo na yare no aka wo mo pa besi ne nipa ewu nko a ewo Spain eye COVID-19 no ekum wo mo no eye empem wotwe oha edio wotwe enkono 8189 ena aka wo mo na so far wo a emo woni bia ko moje mu kra ye empem kono eye ahanu aduonu mienu 9222 Spain nko awo ena aka omo no Nigeria for so start lockdown ni bi omo ne Zimbabwe for ayem share so nti omo ayeyi me ko University of Ghana asem
ya ko University of Ghana de no
University of Ghana asem no so page 15 Ghanaian Times obokata ni mo na Ghanaian Times obokata no maka say school for ma akomako eduokono enan 94 I beto just say wo school for no ba akofia akonto ma ba oba o ma testing positive say COVID-19 ni bi wo no na wo ma hu ni ntem nti oba school e bi sua ade be na wotwe to no mususu say teacher fo bi o ne wo mo kasa ye eni ni nuanum school fo bi o ne wo mo ko lecture hall no bia no mo so enya bi nti ye quarantine o mo nyina emu edu wotwe mienu 82 eye school fo ye mo nyina quarantine mo e na teacher fo o mo so cha de bi lectures bi to ye normal employees e wo University of Ghana emu du mienu 12 o mo so ye quarantine o ma test na wie no Gucci fo abeji atum so o mo nyina 94 obia ye negative tie na de o medi to obia ye negative kra na o ma ka ho no so ya hwe o mo nyina aye monitor o mo so
yakwa ahmano so bi na ye ne nua Kofia Meya o information officer Ghana permanent mission to the UN twetwe nkobo ye wi a mo be ba page 9 story a be pese we hwe wo ho Ghanaian Times the government appointees pledge salaries to COVID-19 fund ye wi a afia ene ya so be pledge omo de na ye de atudwa
oh said you would do
very important pa Kofi Machen
yeah, lawyer.
Apomboko de. Nyame adomboko. Yo.
Eja. Metia si de.
Yo.
Na me wan wode na yare ni bi nchimi de. Asida ne de be ka twedi ampo.
E de nyame ase. Kofi Pacho US or state bank.
The boy me so ma ya mo nso. Me wo New York.
Me ma shi mawie.
Nyame ne hine.
Na
ya mo nso mo New York.
I see. Ene ne be san adanyame ase bi mama wo.
Me da see.
Evi say ya te say New York situation no ehu ema mu mayor no de da bia wa kasa na ya de be TV so na yehu ene ya te nso so mo am wo ho no twamfoni kakra kire yen san na ho sitie pa
lawyer me da say ma me fa kunya so nchia wo na me nchia ye wa hwefo nyina ene wo mo nya ho a mo tio na me find chemu sham free Penia or da permanent mission of Ghana to the United Nations. Her Excellency Mrs. Martha American Pobi. And now consulate is what Waha. New York no you the consulate. A mini embassy and you work the permanent mission. I work to the United Nations. You work building back home. Juma back home. Na afesu no memfa akonya so and that Ghana form war US United, especially New York or the tri-state of New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. Omoye frontline workers, nurses for CNA for LPN for doctors, pharmacy technicians, any pharmacists. I mean, the woman has need my son, need my cassia omoye. Mami choma penny. Nina bedi eche nimi ankasa me boss information minister for job confirm. Na me ankasa US no. Na me ni Ukraine ni. Isi ano say wo hwe ewiase for na nyina omo nya recorded cases pa no. US the decline. About 21% of ewiase cases across over 800,000 cases are recorded so far. Now US no so New York and the epicenter of a case, no. Oshia Yaninam over 75,795. Just a Nipa Mafan Wuno. And also more year to 2,000 crown. It's no, no shit. Now, so Oshia a year 10 a state are Sebi no account Abapa no 10 of the states no. We bear 5 Ghana 4 Hopa. Ofa baby to say New York, Ghana for Hapa ye. Ofa New Jersey, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and Illinois. Me sure figures no as at Enron now New York is 75,795. New Jersey is 16,636. Massachusetts 5,752. Pennsylvania 4,156. And Illinois 5,070. Yeah, no dear. Cost run is
course no Kofi dear I'm say yan wa ha say yan selfish dear but dear be here pa man for person what ne say cheche nyina no ya che before so ka ho
I'm sad to report to you say enipa miensa at least in New York and almost free mu ma mienu and bema bako meaning say obaba ko last week Wednesday and ofrimu and ba koso juadano and ofrimu ifiada ombe na ye mami ba ko de no muslimi ono de me sure say o ma pen ko abre
omo no Ghana for
wow Ghana for me sana isiano o me frimu ntino ayehu kaka nti se o hwa graph bi anase infonini ye trying to say adoma no na adoma no ya foro a ye kosoro we are rising ama nipa no a ya ne chom no adosu ye pa and boni be kan say it's peaking so for that matter no ubon say ya no economy ti mefa akonya isu asre eye Ghana for
na kofi ansa na obesre no ekonanim enti no mo say ekonanim sa
say exposure no aye kesiye especially so ocean countries exposure no was won't say more cosmopolitan. That means manfra for the reason why New York aye epicenter of when say ocean New York City alone we are about 8 million people in New York City. Out of the 8 million people no more than 70% are manfra for and buy in fact say ocean baby a two at the the edikan Washington state nursing home see na nipa be 50 enya bia ebi emerwafo ni nkokrafo bi wuye no enipa ko na tu kwan efi China na aba no abesa obi wo ho na wo hwe ni Russia Westchester County baby obi nya no so efi Iran na waba na Jew ni bi no so buy so you realize more imported cases and unfortunately no I spread this and amano atu atesedi and ship be cruise be and also every doggy or Florida hub California hub so be buyer so far no unfortunately no because in America no New York and US here baby to be tourist eba manfra for banitino and ama no
across Rosano I see now say minim say bebre ekoso matese mumeyo no ya no kan ehia we
governor
sorry governor yes now minim say modi mani bubu a kwa ekoso bibi o ho ebetimi aba a be ma no etwe tia ana say de o sika no akoye se jama nidaso bi anim
nidaso ho na o hwe eye Dr. Anthony Fauci, Director of National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, COVID-19 Task Force White House. Now, the other two journey, and that's all. Name one, Wamiati says, I need the near Barbetna. And ya dear, no, said the two as ya cockra.
I said,
I bet to say, on COVID-19, say the TRC more alcohol. A group of coronaviruses, which includes influenza and common flu. Into no, abe viral diseases. I need a bet not to say via flu. Every season, you come every 4 years. Utimu say, and I can't fall out to say, Rihanna Bona. You know Yaban. year call October, November, December, New Year, but you kind of fall. And no, na saya no every type of more. Yes, I flu ariano. Your vaccine cry your COVID. Into no, say saya we so be kan ho. Into no, yes, but say every phobia no. Coronavirus no beba.
Hey.
But the first
I rather thought say be obema in cranshe bi say o. Ye be ya ma de no ensam maybe because you be why you adwene say ba kwa ni.
That be banko. According to experts, no, bani abetna. Nemo no by next year bebano. Na yetimi develop seminal kase US FDA for approve drug to chloroquine. Any the other one no. Say almost say betimi aboa mayare no say the bekwa. After so while they are doing that no omunya vaccine. Everything ombe ye dia wona etinya build your immune system against that virus. While they are doing that, omu development no can say abort why a machine everything attested within 5 minutes now my result. So they are buying time. Social distance.
But your coffee sa machine idea test no ye dia ba bonten ye adwuma se say.
Say US had the adwuma. So US for
and I say within how many minutes now a bit result?
Within 5 minutes now say my result.
I see. US ho.
Pacho US so within 5 minutes. And the reason why US no the number of cases in say more testing. Okay, the more tests now be now to dictate to say obi anya yaye. Wow. If you might be or if you as a test kit ni wa. Now, say won't yet test no one. You won't have the recorded cases to report. The reason why sometimes the Western world no, and I say we are say baby I'm more kind pan no, more cases no is because
more testing be brave.
How more testing no be brave.
Kofi na no yes so ya share lockdown ase. Me sure say Martin minim se mahu ne course so enra Monday and enra nso so a ne mu hu no wo ho ene ne asi wo ho mo experiences ene ne ye wo ha sei no wo ho asem bi ka ye de na ye na enu ano no
ya meni no kwani in fact say me roaming ka because ye ya de kakran procrastinate the course wo USA except for the fact say if you are more facilities no any logistics no na eba ye leadership enuntina say menim say when mo kata no mo kenkan no na enu ade no mo hu say ewiase afana mpanifo bi boy man pani abaso what the kind of leadership he has exhibited in times like this because anybody no according to opinion leaders no na enya pani bi also sorry waka enuntina obi ti say Andrew Cuomo our governor of New York, no, one say Nidino, Siciano, Amanfo Popa, because what demonstrates leadership. Casa, you see, because you know, the science alone is not solving it. Science no fast solution, but it's here. If you have psychological and sociological ways to be a bit so. And I think in another Kufuado provided that leader.
So Kofi, so bottom line is that Usu said wa ha say no ne kwan so ano no.
Sen Kaloma confirm me because on March 16th, 2 weeks ago, the permanent representative of the People's Republic of China to the United Nations actually letters all the missions. And in that letter no Ospeti said Nyoma be and 9 and China for 2-1 among a ma dear since so many cases never reduced no the buy. So we permitting me and bonds are four approaches. Not so one establishment of a unified and commanding system. And no so we shall Ghana yet because of man penny said na no no or involve all stakeholders said before and penny for no mushia car or Twitter, church for any penny for on your mushia, a software on your mushia, penny for also on your mushia, no more to make sure that at least there will be a unified force. Then the second point is law-based and science-driven strategies. Which are man penny and I'm 2 hours 2 ninano, or you sue the Imposition of Restrictions Act 2020 no and the year Juma and I feel so penny or that a year task force no or you'll be I said you are near a World Health Organization a year Juma. And then the most important thing, the third point, for early, China for early detection, early reporting, early isolation, and early treatment. So I'm sure my Ghana, you two son, mono, and brown, my penica, and my opium bomb mining, or playing by you quarantine, if I 1,000. Thank you for quarantine, you almost test. And you detect or more, said or more, and then when it comes to reporting, so you know. Ghana Health Service for more website all the cases are being reported there. The more money being isolated now for treatment or the mom. So these are some of the things that we are here for 9.4 and a kukudam said yes. Then the last point here, mobilizing the general public. And no member so at them because we take your desperate group of companies. Media house no as a form of authority any nkyerɛkyerɛ a mode ba ɛfɛ ɛakɔnɔ ma yɛ adeɛ nyame nkyerɛ mo ɛno na ɔman yɛ hwehwɛ nti no so obi sɛ me sɛ deɛ ɛkɔ so wɔ ɔman Ghana ɛne deɛ ɛkɔ so wɔ ano yɛhwɛ a in fact no because wohwɛ New York kura bɛyɛ the epicenter of US in terms of the pandemic you realize that nhyehyɛ a wɔde ato from in terms of say young baby and Ediana Ghana because if you call restaurant and could be say restaurant in MBB, baby I told you an MBB, Okwa, Sebi Yantina Hondi, Okwa no that now the Aba. Ediana Ghana, so except say no maybe I am now so did not Bemuka near the police for near for so
Kofi wrapping up and say the old kind there. Yadia no ebia en medru said New York for no most omode na kwako dru no said wasi a church mu no ye nru baby amadu no
so because baby I want no is because facilities na ye won ntia besides the facilities na bad leadership and your ma o see ye boy ye ho ban dia metimi aka say Ghana so we are taking the same best practices except we are facilities na ye.
Okay. Kofi no pay that say.
Mr. That lawyer na Misha.
Kofi Ameao, information officer Ghana permanent mission to the UN. Any another to train come on. Efia as more kind what say?
Hi.
Osi yan boy homo den pa.
As otumu say Ghana dey say America no. Utumu say ashasi asem no by na Donald Trump ye dey idea agro kakra. Omo president nti edu baby because o ade na China for ade. Nti MP e baby nti to nani ba no ho so na ekum krofo. Say US ne oman a omu cases do so pa the rate a omu cases no kan bo ho no do so pa nti ye boy homode.
Eno omo twam 100,000. Omo twam 100,000.
And I also omo kwan so na omo pass law omo ye split ventilators no. O man bi anya sa o
so be question back on say I didn't know de no cost lo sa o mo ne ma mo wo nyina mo say by enforcement o mo de no ye de okay yes de no ho mo
o so aso de no so do so and
I know my right shedem on shedem o ma so eden e na me hu ni say omunye united nso we nko amu de fi say Trump ani abre anase wo de oye pro Trump me anti Trump Trump ani abre anase ashase no
say pro Trump dia enye we no mu na me pro Trump no
China virus and I said it is China
no but I don't know what's wrong with
no
it China
no nani ambre no embeto omo enu ye one time afa nani bere ye se obesomu no ena omo ye no mo politics se udi omo asem na cha na be say sa ye de NDC MPP na ya ne ye ku ho wa ha no omo de sa omo Democrat Republican no ehyechen ye de no papa ya omo kan New York City governor no Andrew Cuomo ono timi kana asem nko oye daily press briefing ono Canadian nko no na Trump Canadian nko omo ni Michigan so ye badly affected but emu a was a federal state de come omo no Trump say mo ne memo dey insensem tim sika brem on sheda ma omo ama na no Pelosi akacha ni onya dia oye no na bill no ma pass say omo dey sika ne nia me come amanfo abo omo no Oma state bi eso nya ne chefa no nya ne chefa edu ba bi o se we nya federal state asem hey New York mu sika mo fa musika nye enti me hu ni se eho kakra no effort ne nya concerted ebi eno so ka ho
because of our governance structure eno so ka ho
baba ni so nipa doso awo doso e din se obetrack nipa nti omoni bombs na spread it na omo so kofa China for buy you omo America for na wo China no omo kofa buy
eno so na me
just like Italy
yes Ghana crowd so yes omo be fa omo crofo and I'm like now you don't know say how cry you better now
no you see it's always been omo policy say BBC baby a yenko fa yenko
so we grandpa biko
yeah
na be for
so we feel say e ho no ye safer yen health system no e weak into no ye me fa mo enko na so be hwe a ye kura mpo na nke pese ye bi those times you can say China for embrane ade
ya perform bank ebekum omo nyina
well
Ghana bank ebekum omo
yes
because in transit nko mbetete yare na ba
na omo dia ba be frɛ mu na ye numbers no akakodoso enti no but o kan asem bi say yare no ne ya betna in fact one Dr. Caitlin Nuzel or a director of one of the centers University of Maryland.
Okay.
O kan I say omo hwe virus na omo nim da kora beko. Now it is likely say eba beka ayare yare a wo wiase no hu bi.
Say the yenya common flu and a common cold, you know.
And then also making kind be about Spanish flu. Enye da ko pe na koye. On say binim say o I can't dispute to be our so enya yichire I say beba na be ko ayehu but ofa bibi to Spanish flu it took about 2 years and san na eko nti no na ye bumbi no adwen yen say de ye ne sese ya ye se nka ye ntena dem kakra yi na ye nhwe 2 weeks no nka ye nku ye ho ne yenye 2 weeks ne so na yetimi de ye nya result na ye pe na megidi say o say be abonten e beba na de ye ya ebinimo say o mpese o mbehwe say ye nyina ya da na obi free teshi so ba beto earpiece circle no wan hwe ya de ye ye ntimi nye say ya ntimi anya so e be ka dem mo ye ka dem mo so so o ma ka dem no be pia bont
mo question say de o say eni aba setina no nti e chese e no kan say o mo honum na dru season be like spring fall thereof na aba no say dru that time na e ba ye be ko so a lockdown and say nyame e be dru that time nya antivirus
so say o mo test enura e de so ano ti no ne be ba enu September na ababa bia obia because they say omo dey
test enu September
sa na omo kan
problem ba ko ni onu si wo hwe say
there be or kasa in her capacity as Dr. Fiapopia
fake doctor
medicine
but you and report on the by September there na vaccine no ma start testing no na abu amo enye say ayeduma keke na abu
okay
ama o man bia nya bi
okay
so far the omo dey managing chloroquine no and don't know they manage but September ni dey na nka abu
chloroquine na no mo dey manage and chloroquine with something else
hydrogen
yes because enya na yenuanom alataya afo iso kofa ya yesi hey
but omo dosage no say enya say ye kan say chloroquine no anti na wonom na no pa wi anwumre o say dosage ni ye manageable say dey ba betimi akum emoamoa no and I be build immune system na kasa akontia emoa no no ne asem no
nti Trump problem na me wono won say wo se wono wo hwe say by Easter no a open up abra cases na caution
eno de ono na on de any den okay
but you see sometimes as a leader say I was say we projections and we shouldn't also forget say Trump on kasa as Trump or kasa because we tie free team bi it is Nando be kasa e asema the medical team na kan no so be of course be a Trump there no or the ono so ne a bit of Trump befrem but the make say the ma kan no and sometimes you need to give assurances so me gidi say
it's a brave assurance on my timelines.
Oh, but a timeline.
Yeah, when you say baby, he was specific. Say, oh, by Easter, dear,
but you see, one said there's a battle going on between China and America.
Okay.
Internet was set on my timeline say Easter because China for se si omotimi aso yare na no omo start bi omo factory America so ne China so won tokwa kese e wo omo ntem ti China for start ye adwuma wo wan sha ase anye adwuma na ase China for edu so nkunemu nti
wo sha ase ye adwuma still with the spread na cases e kwosho no still wo se mi sha ase adwuma
so wo sha ase se ni de
yeah because ya yentimi ntra them forever
no
and I mean you say yare no be last person be recover and sana ye
but I was say we say careful no e ba form
yeah because o ma assure no say edu time bia o mo be ye aduru no na ye be test nti ye test we dia
September e no make reference
say o mo ko mo manage o mo de hydrogen chloroquine so de no e manage
but still every day cases are going up the assurance and saying
but the council kind is very important say oye penny wodu o manim so ono no we say waboto a say the man for na je say o mo lose battle
but o say ohun ti say de na Kofi Eka the way akomo any omo kasa any assurance or the mom uni say komo ne brother CNN reporter no
what test
positive obeka sometimes we see any press if so interesting no kan omo Italy say the papa ni omo you see they be oni omo communicate and say but papa Trump no ono ne dia no say the obesi aba beka no any ade no assurance no wa mana bro so because ye kan so bi odam a okrata no making kind later na be hu say edam hye na akasa won frustration ti say unya manipa no timeline sa na dua ba so oh enchen 2 weeks time ti me hye me so eti wa fighting in agent psychologically no why ready say 2 weeks time baba then 2 weeks best no
America 50 states bad New York pe and I say I hard hit and Massachusetts
and then more importantly
out of the 50 states America nyina say you America nyina nya bi o
but their cases are
but
the issue of assurances no a universal phenomenon other countries no bi mo ho mo ye mutimi ka for example be in the world of football now no UK for can say oh April omo be bo mo wi omo league no now master question be say be hu say adne nye nti yemfa nko 30th of April
okay
now no kromo hu say be adne nye so musu what to come so they keep postponing considering the situation
just say any council your man penin and adokra say these two shall pass
oh obviously we know say e be cross but ma assurance mu wakakra na ma 140 so Olympics for sure say okay said the Japan say so yemfa later omo say yemfa ko next year 2021 until then the person knows that
yeah be born yemma yensi wo
onipa no nim say oh yencha Olympics mo na mom e be ba next year until no wa calm me down no wa relaxed
okay, well, we bet me relax.
Relax.
So no, they bet me relax. But
yeah, anyone you assurance. You set the person on edge. Open top and then time you do, I will say, yes, I'm coming, then and my yasu yedi. Your assurances cannot.
Virus no can mutate.
You cry the air. I see 2 weeks. There may be the possibility say 2 weeks in the best. Around 10 o'clock, na me namfu bia start. Oh, you are recording new cases. They say they adenokra no, na onkra hu hia sanke etena dem. Ekodura nwumira fe dey say you do say 161 because you tested any identity. 2 weeks, yes. But ekoba say be 2 weeks. No say you sha say enokra no. Na nye lockdown. And I say enya partial. Who knows? Me ntimi ntra ha nka say.
No.
No, man can be no.
Now in your capacity as national TK,
national security. I can't say mo court to asemi ba ko as he yesi mo bi antena se. Nti omo ya cheche omo ye de omo be court ben. Lawyers be tell raise issue say your constitutional issue.
The specialized courts.
Lawyers and judiciary ho.
Yes.
Nti judiciary nkwa no omo nko adwuma. Nti omo ya che omo no. Why na be represent omo?
Good.
Okay, so judges will sit but lawyers in the
and cross emergency pe.
But you see Chief Justice in a statement not the ban obewie no. Osan kan say the earlier circular or the buy between the 10th and 16th March. Edaso eye adwuma. Now which means say baby constitutional issue be arise because already the constitution they say your child be a odipa no e right to counsel.
Yes.
Okay.
And I say ye ndi asem bia apart from omo ombe ya asombra che na ye be chiwo.
Okay.
Enti that constitutional right no odipa no wo. So one so there any by extension no. Me so lawyer no so no. Ma vow say me represent Ubi no. Me so metimi asore no makwa.
That just who breach president lockdown na.
There be me breach here. Me breach here.
And so president because one lawyers in the anka
yes, now
Chief Justice letter no so enra ye kenkan ye no. Say no so oma point number 1 no. Or say restrictions no imposed on the citizen of Greater Accra and Greater Kumasi affect all lawyers and litigants.
Exactly. Litigants.
Inti ya chini now your lawyer na so ukodi nanim so de ne court wa. Enyo mampeni de na
you see
omampeni ni CJ ho na ne kasa eye
na omampeni so ni tumi no if constitution. Okay. Constitution no kro na so na say ye che obi a or right to counsel. Omampeni asem na oka ye no entimi ntu sa right no engu se nipa ko no onya counsel. That is my understanding.
Okay, counsel.
But the council no obenya council there. And na council na otifie na you say onka ho no. Ono an na be san ba ono an say council no. You see
onka exemptions ho.
Onka exemption no, for the purpose of wenunti. One say Chief Justice say.
But the krata no wan kasa.
But you see krata.
And also we have purposive interpretation.
Of course. So I was also we no. So who say interpretation be able lead to absurdity be to that extent no. Side interpretation no.
Okay.
Enti no onipa no or right to counsel. Ya che no. Are we going to say because of say yes I lockdown you know lawyer enkodi na chi na and it say yen so adwuma.
Now how about say counsel argument is lawyer no or your right to lawyer. But the right no to lawyer no only a limited to police station honum. But lawyer no to me court.
There be court. So to me call police station, obeko court. And in my view,
and one constitutional issue na rise. Because president dey see the akọ parliament am ya gazette am na be yemro.
Yeah.
Nti e bind lawyer bia.
Yes.
Nti dey see nipa no right to legal counsel.
And na if your question maybe say on say ye te here dey.
O ba say
ye dey oboyedi o. Counsel oboyedi.
Wa oboyedi kasa mo.
Wa mbo.
Na e try o ma ye sakaye.
Anu nti na no Monday ye kura ye tena ha no. We also had to do some kind of further interpretation.
Okay.
Me kan say. O se trotro enye adwuma.
Okay.
Wa mbo vulcanizer din.
Okay.
Vulcanizer na o ye adwuma no. Trotro ntimi nye adwuma. Ebra vulcanizer edani fie because e was a car no ye adwuma na fedipa otherwise no the o kan na be defeated.
Na say ne kan say e kan say ne aboso kan fo nyina be mo maba. E say driver so ni brake ko say ya obeto brake pad no e say just okwa aboso kan.
Onkoto mechanic ne be kwankoto.
Dokuru ra no so pra so nya aboso kan macho. Sa cars no
no so dey akwafa.
No so dey akwafa dokuru na kojo.
You see
so something na ma aswodin no akosho.
And so something na ye de na and so something na ye de na partial no. So ye de na nye total.
Nti obi koda na boy ho a otumi kasa no ye.
Oh there be so no there.
That's not police midina one police achi obi a.
And the emergency
there was so achi no. I was so achi no.
There be onu so say ne ho achi no.
I dey be.
Eno so ye ni human need. Council nya mo na mo ka.
No masa. Enye ni nyina. Enye ni
nyina. Kasa asem no.
There be essential things that nipa hia no watena enkom no enka ho.
President essential.
But imagine about Maslow
law of needs.
Sex ka ho.
Okay.
And
then Maslow na you know restrictions no.
Where the basic needs water, food.
And the council you to me for court in Kokase.
Sex is part
of it.
You see edu sabre ya. O rights no be wo ha e curtailed.
Okay. Agreed. And the chilling.
Nti ye hwe de we anya ebe course wo life. Unless maybe mumie no betimi ahwe mani maka say de mo ka no onipa no we anya
ono so anya ampa
obewu
baka so take it to me right obi so take it to me banana hope
ade bi e rise bi atimi ba form ade bi e rise bi
but I say bibi na man ba form
etimi ba form
na the corner ba na ba form man
enko onkoloko down share ne
boy no
na some
okay
na nkoshe ho
okay
na ne de onu bi ani asem
okay
na obupa se sa de no behia na nka wakọlọkọ ashe
ho se na onim se lockdown ne beto no wo ho sa ba bi owo no
baby ye man your time 2 days ema mo pese mo koto kako moto munyina mo to
sa na be ma ni ho afa na be ma na ba
ye wura ne kitchen ne ne ma ne kondo nyina wato agu me bo a bibia ni wa ni ma bi ho a wa ni nyina wato agu because you say hia enti nkasa eduro nka o Sunday na nadwo no na kwa kwa
aka so boy ni su ni we na fe na be ma no so aba
no ye betimi anya obi aho yiza
ni di sa obi but I was here because you say sebi mpanianim ba sibrafo no say won so was here consider won adwuma
within the context of the law because you
within the context of the right to imposition act
be say unim say ye mra no kra no enso so
and so mu do ma pila
there be any other betudwa e dey say you akofro okada na nipa ko na otena okada no so we ntuaka na okada no so de na court
okay
udi no duro e bi sa se na hu fin sei na ade be pia wan ka sa ogina ho
uja na se otu okada
okada no
well okada no dey say by convention no convention atwa fa
ya can law uko duro ho a convention dey ene e court court nchen ho na there be we equity uko duro court ho na mpo a ye wo okada station ho
okay
by your
court ho na ni mo na so okada station
yeah ni mo nchen ho o ka say ni mo dey just mu nchen
na ntu pa so mu
mu ya hu ye o enu e moto phone mo hu so mu gina
so mu take judicial notice of okada for
there be judicial notice ye hu say moto bi park ho but ntina say court no nchen nye ho a ene e kura police station nchen kura
but omo ba ya omo fa hin na ebewura omo fa nchen ho
say omo fa hin
send a moto and you okada
service
well me speaking for myself ebi nso asa na obi eye me roll me glass ti me obi a
okada say tinted into hu
enti
na we ka say bi kura judge kura no o share the file mu o pentima ko record ono hu ne si ho ho de
okay u de yakeka ni say no my yankin kan
na mo yema manfo nti ase say ukoto aduane a ene hwanhwana ya kan ne ma ehia wa anya obewu
okay
but ya kan ansa na bekọ ahoma no so na nura me nua bi frɛ me o say momo ye drinking sports no omo ya no ma ye dokono kakra bi ne kakra bi esi animo ho
okay
ba say amanfo esan dokono ho rensa ho inside ho no enti asa omo de aye smoke screen it's a facade nti omo ya no mo
aduane
ya ye nhwe na
enra no bi na ahofe kwoto so ne honorable Wilkinson oni no ewo amasaman won wo sa sport won no no aya ne se eton aduane ba utimi se na brothers e hyemu a niam afoforo na yekoso
na no ekire ha ye office ekire ha ye be chi nkofo a omoto dame
sa
ama police for
lockdown
ya lockdown ya e be chi omo wa kire ho
na ho nyo mu fie
dabi
enye ho no mo lockdown
oma be hia
o boys lockdown
dabi wo mu nyina atitire no oma be hia no mo to dame
anyway enra emo ne mo kasa de ne ho ye mani ka pa se ne de o se oba be hwe se amanfo ada
ene kwa homa no so bia no wanya nana se nso ane de be interesting na Ohio
okay nana say good morning
good morning lawyer
nana say mukro Ohio ana say Ohio
lawyer mbajo Ohio
all right okay Ohio no e wo hen e fa hen na ko ho
oh say ufri Ghana ba na say ufri
me fi Ghana na beba ho kan fan bio na me fi aba me fi Ghana na ba but you can ignore that question na ye nko no so nkomo ye ne unua Kofi Ame ye wadi kakra na ye se ye ne unsusundi Ohio no sign na sitie mo nso so mada ana mo na nam krum yare no edoso ho ana kakra bi ye pese wo kan nyina bom na ye akire ye wasemisa bia na yebisa
mate meda asibe ko lawyer no pe akonya mo da ma so meda ma michia UTV ashofo ne obi bia OTV ene anope I had me no kase see abo an ma che 341 e wa ha I just say me no ka say me here juma me drive it but me juma na ko yete health related ye de enro emema hospitals ne nursing homes you know ye de lockdown no yeah share and kind health you know say na over bia
because of ejuma mo yenti
because of ejuma
yeah
because of ejuma na stay at home no yes so e bia kan wa ha di wa wo ejuma no e should anye health related no mo na me no ka say obetina efie na emom no the eyade a obetimi so aye ejuma from fie so a eno so kind da ho mo ejuma efo enhihye mu no so mo betumi ama wa ye ejuma fie a bebre na eye ejuma efie school for so afemu so no then I in schools no ya close your for now out bia and so colleges ne get one in so kia dey free almost so ebia almost ya dey free no so almost need access to internet no so no abai aye nhihye a say oboa ma obia only internet access and so no enye bi e dey esua dey
na say
lawyer
Ohio ho nipa ho a omunni access to internet
yo in classic go wa yes only total onya total access onya bi dia but eyana ebiana enye strong and I want to tell you akoye no do na no and I use at the moment colleges no Ohio State University, you know, and the biggest university in Ohio, I say. It's you know almost one number. Into at the moment, you know, the almost no fitness wa at the pressure no, at to say more. And see, I buy why any shame the ubia a bit mania na with media there. And the my yaman at easy class and say normally no air no time for life seat. And see professors may now almost ede on post lectures no at of moment you feel na enye compulsory say at that particular time 7 o'clock na and our lectures no ekoswa that 7 now to computer now school share there and
okay
on post ya to mama mo etino o dey available one unya time no akọ ready and I could see video no the professor and the better no then also no ama a pressure on internet you know load in
I see so and that's what me say so does it mean say the omoye ni say no e be form part of the school calendar no and that enkoba ni say bia ye be ka say bia school no ye san atuma kwa akiri sa na say akira na
me nim ni say omo da so to aso pepepe omo yin ebia COVID-19 etwema omo beta akomachi dabi to ano mo da so to aso pepepe
okay
yeah
I see
eti eno ho asem no no na e ba no say stores any restaurant ne stores no ne ade no so ye bio ha no so no and also so ye bie grocery stores ni bro why allow ye me bie the meatman body be say Walmart e be say Kroger e be say you know your grocery stores where they are won't mean to because the honey about to me and ade no stores ni bro why and shut down so be brave you know mama in such a way say 5 people at a time it is the 5 na shop with them one can you know best line outside na line so distance we move and we make sure that on be my distance na bim
hey
dia 3 feet na 3 feet ba ku jina na ba ku jina checheche eti obi ton your auto we na so pia na be secret no aba no abeka the next person embra sa kakran kopim se obi nya ne obeto asana we go but I say the pan the pressure be to go common toilet program unya bi na wato tissue paper unya bi ensuo beko na o ma twini na but I say nyame adom no okwa with the 1 or 2 million bi ni ade kakaka but Ghana for a war ha ne de ekwa Africa restaurant Mr restaurant African market ni ade na yitiminya 1 or 2 bi ya eduhwe no yenya.
Oh, okay. Na say yare buy mo na munya name free Ghana.
Yenya nioma student lawyer we dey wadaro man ka ba bi man.
Oh, na me ka say be African market no niema free Ghana and
yeah. Okay. The minimum African market na I say almost biggest warehouses ni bi biggest cities ni bi I say for example in New York almost one warehouse kakaka wa almost Africa Ghana Africa nioma yina no dodo na ho na wo no obi African market Ohio and any other states no normally no na tracks no ekofa nioma ne deba
okay
as a sebia almost short over there and they definitely no automatically be affected African market now about affecting customers as well.
Okay.
Sebia almost so nioma in stock warehouse from the main warehouse there then we are good to go. But almost short there next be affecting but as of now I speak in the African market in there young nioma ba community nya obakwa bia Ruben now up to now the sunya bread, tea bread to ito, and the omo hamaye.
Okay.
I mean yenya kakaka we survived it.
Okay. Now say Ohio the atene say enipa omanya yare bi be say 2199. Mu be 55 na ewu. Minim say wunim Ghana fo bi omo kan say enipa yi ho say omanya yare bi ana say bi omo afrim.
Right. Lawyer. Now, and round one, I met tea, and I system. The Nippon board there, and I'm a boy. On my message, I say, what should say, Ghana need bar cook and ye pee. Dana Nippon at the 2 million.
Okay.
And on minimum how true that is. And I'm a Pumipitano because Ubitani said only Nippano, and now, Ubi Unimuno. I don't see you too far, no Nimuno, but almost what. It's I system I definitely and drunk one I say honestly. Or say nipa ba ko. And to say or ba say be man so lawyer because the minimum
to me enhu.
Dana mate. And mate.
Yeah, question I mean say minimum if it will sound racist that's not what I intend. Nipa na yare na ye omo no before ne abrofo hwan pa na hwe a ye omo kese.
Oh. Lawyer, question radio only. A woman says that I would can kind of believe any in Nasopia meeting media Naso, and the answer say a year a bit before Bibriana, a year brought to Bibriana, say, only in a year, a year a Chubia, me, say, me fast in a China, and one ton and I said, we're free. It's a bear diamond make a cancer match, I can say. A year before the door, and I say a brofodo, and they I asked them, but a pomodi a forno.
I'm on farmer too, yeah. Maybe so. Okay,
not before natural, any domo farmer too.
Okay, maybe side because Monday you didn't come on. You know about who can say, baby, or more no, as a che, a brofodo champ before you can now ask for money, ya break. Before no, but I think say yeah the better has answer. Nana,
I know the me only chrono money statistics in any but Ohio and Columbus had it. Me shouldn't need any evidence and I so yeah, and na me at all.
Okay,
but I'm not Ghana for what I did. Meet me aka say Ghana forms for businesses were hands so no. My idea pa omuboy more African markets near Adina for ambassador kama ye boy home used to sorry Ghana churches no ina so no ayade omayade omunso
na so ka say omayade omoyade businesses omoyade ne ma no matete so na omo de bi gum mamo
bi enye so matete so dia na so omo de bi gum ya na se bibi badem se bio omunso so ebetimi aka say yen so ye boy ye ne yebusu ya ho ban ne yen so atutu ye sto market na fie eni o ma na yen kwan ye dia na ya di o ma sasa dia kokko mu fie na ne o ma no ma be di sto no ma be bi no ko fie akoye eso no o ma dwen ye no bi so ho esto o ma da so bi sto no e ma ye mi e bi nya ne o ma di bi tuto eso di be e be hwe ye busu ya na ya ko fie enti no o ma ya de bo ma ba so se o ma da so e bi sto ma ye benya eja to momoni bi akoko abenya momoni ato opa kwa bi akoko abenya kwa bi ato
nana
lawyer
sabre mutimi nya dajere akwa bi num ne momoni num
lawyer yere papa
just bibi answer sign o
www etani di ase je super eja him lawyer
I see
ni awende obere papa that's eyo munia ni lawyer eno no unkodi na immune system ni nkoye ye bi eno awodi wo kama
enti mu da so wi akwa bi pitre
lawyer nkasa na nkwa bejo ye really papa say sikeni ye YouTube na mo chi kontomre ni
aye mo wa mani nkama munam na da se pa na no pay
Mr. Dasi, mi chao bibia, mi chao busu afọ nyina.
Nyina je so. Nana say Ghana ni oti Ohio. America na COVID-19 aba yen yedi gare no. Oti ho akwa bi. We so a osade momo yatwi. Ready yango. Ebinom pa de
Aden.
Oh, but we are not in ordinary times. Enti so kondomre kwa na betwi a. At least you spare us moment. No, why no ordinary.
Okay.
I say omo build your immune system.
And omo build papa.
But so you go to race no one farm money and to any one trip.
It is na no Monday akoya oto ebre. Wetimi anya adaje. Yesi ye no de waje ebro san de enu nchinim suom.
Aji kube aka o.
Ekore. No bisa say hey, master yes, ye nkoda no what there so what na
me no akware de no nyeme nwanwa se nipa no onu su gina ese masa yes ye nkoda no what onu su wie ye san gi aburo ni bi kan ho di ko fie ko wie ye
se ne ba kwaje a
efio ya de kwado
efia wa hu nipa ko gina ye obisa masa na sem no ka ka ba
me ni ba kwa me ne ya adwen de ogina ho me ne ya adwen because you see
ho no na maintenance ye no ka masa
masa
na ye see we are not in ordinary times uji aburasa de ahye nchini so
asaji kube
masa kofie na nka wo so
David nani obeda ko dia dance obeda ko dia dance
ebrora ebi o
evidence based
fashion chiri so ma be no wa ja
ho no ni ho
eno wa ja bi aga
ebronasa
pass o
ebronasa okay etino stories bi ho aka mama ye nhwe na
Yan kama Veronica bucket mami asem mane pa na daily graphic at affair to so me ensa owura Veronica Bekwe na oye biologist na wo Kolebu public health any reference laboratory wo Kolebu sabre no ene wo chese wono anu otena asenti na nani dinda bucket ne so no rubber ya ye hu a pipe bo na de COVID-19 ada Roma ye nyina ye hu bia na omutu ye fose ye se wo nhye da ni pap wo fie kura se wo de won benkum be so kruwa mu asensuo na wohwe gusu da bi ene onya Veronica bucket ni bia esi wonti na wonsam yenu nyina wo horo ne saa no enti ne friend Veronica bucket no no ni susu ye ene nimde ne nadwene ene de baaye wo se sabre no oye biologist wo Kolebu lab honom no na omu hu se ne omu be na se ahunidie nsem be koso ni adenti tina se ana odwenwa no se enti lab ha ye kra ye be de ne nya bibi atimi di aworo ye nsa kama ye ma infection bia enteretere ti o se sabre no ne yonku bia ne one ne wo lab wo ye adwuma na ne no wa free mu no ono no ye USA consultant ye friend no Johan Hetrick wa fimu ene wo kosusu che no se madwen ye me se nka wono kra de ahyase o se wonya koko chance akwala jesu ni bia na nka ne odi aye nipa ne kan say ye de nso hwe no si o eno kra na enye ne papa mu a ti ono atena se no pa aluminium sheet ahyase no e na wo ye wo moldi ne sechense no eno wo de tokro tom pap ya nso ni fam no sa na ne amafo ate ase a wo mu yusu rubber ne ade yi sa rubber wo mu aso a wo mu di enti wo se ebredru se nye se COVID-19 abanti na hohia bremu wo be fa so age samba age ni din afa ho asa nkwan na mom no de wono so de na de ba ye no din kura so kan obekwen din fatana kono bremu na esi wonya de fata no enti enka Ghana mampanini abanhwe emmoa na ompetente na enye ne de na din na so na chesenkaja ni bibi kakra ni din de da so but emra kwan mu no se bibi wo ho obetimi enya ebekọ ni din mu nkanta frɛ bia na nka akọ no nti wo mo nhwe na ontumi enya patent right no eno na mame Veronica Bequin de atudwa ne Daily Graphic atafen to so dumiensa ode abe
eno kwa council achi mu se lo emra wo
wo se busa no so roba no bokiti obi na ye ahyase no wono na mo di aluminium no na mom enne rubber bucket na ye use no die ye nim se no so wono no ye ya
Baba bucket ne se wo hodada.
Ena obia.
O ye di nsuo gum.
E di pipe atua ho. Na bubie. Nti eno no no pese o patent anase ono na de na ba kan na no no. De na ode aluminium ye no.
Okay, eno si ye kosa. Se si ayi de wo bia yusu efie hospitals just company ade no. E ye rubber de no. Ye hu.
Nti rubber no ono no ye ya na.
Na enu de Daily Graphic question. Enti e china Caroline Boateng ni Dorinando de update the beba.
Okay. So I think that minimum quite difficulties are wenya.
Okay.
And whatever the difficulties are, may sure say be akwa beka jo say be for wibra. So utimi nya ni nyina at the bar.
Because question say oboase sector school for no. Asan ye sa Veronica bucket ya automatic one. Odo nsa kwa sha ase na sense so. Nti hwan ye de edin ba ma no so ono to pese o patent ya de waye no automatic no
Veronica bucket ya bi and I say signs are shame
why Veronica automated
bucket and then you say into me so omo because we your boss
say ma me no kire yen say rubber bucket so no ye ya na nti
na ni di no ye no kra any question and then you say what
question my embusa no
oh for rubber for ya can any e listen to
listen to her
ye tie na na hu say eye ono na aluminium no na opeso patent ana say eye bucket die ya obia eye bi and then the another issue be difficulties say ye patent wo de na what happens to mo de rubber aye no almost so no what happens because so patent it means wo pese e kire say yen ka say wo na wo de buy na ye ma to me was so say se mpekuro bi be ye mpo a je say ha bibi say na say aba be ye wo dia akoye wo invention say tie mintimi nsore nka say me ye
phone
Samsung nti bibi sa but the question is emu ne ye wo hen aluminium dia no
okay
na say and I say e kura ya muramfo bebre ehuna ye patent ya wonya sa atumi na ehun behia se obeya ana and so otimi ye ono na de no wi a ye best stop mo aka no so ana eye niema bi
omo aka sesa de obi a ye ya ye
fa bucket no mo so e de atua mo to chei so no and then business mu no would it make sense say obekwa akoje say wono wa patent abra obi eye bigumu ana then be free mu aba nti no
ni say bibi kakra beba
eye bibi kakra
okay
ke bia me nim difficulties onya ebra o sha ase foforo no me nim difficulties onya but
cancel story back on page 12 or graphic double cut so see we jagbawe so COVID-19 ni bia kwa kopie on mampenifo se ho omo de omo to lockdown so nti omo de omo lockdown no krade e be koso akoise
omo de lockdown na asa e be ye omo test
omo de na lockdown no omo de aye test nti ayi compulsory testing na mo se omo nante omo ntumi test nti omo so omo aka omo nyina agudam a ekosi April ekosi ede to so edu ye be ye obia test na MC ye honom eye Patrick Kumo se emiamia electoral areas bi honom be se ahodo mako aduanan 40 designated areas ni nyina omo hu I was saying in omo ehwe na omo teste omo emo a wo ho nyina to omo do omo to 14-day lockdown 14-day lockdown nti mo amote gbawe anyway ja yesre mo a mo de ne de nya agro kra ebia be pi ho na nipa a omo ba ho no omo timi a de friend contact tracing no abesi nipa maako ahanu empema hanu eduasa enum omo te area ho no weja gbawe nipa population a ewo empatem ho kwa na 235,000 no ti ebe test omo nyina ansana obia ba negative a penifo no kuma ato omo yem omo se de nipa nanten no ewo so omo tumi ye nti 40 electoral areas na se so omo de omo ni esi a omo be ye ni nyina ewo ehonom ti graphic ene MC na twetwe nkoma Jonathan Donko ne Abigail no ede ho amane abeto page 12 Ghanaian Times we are Ghanaian Times obokata ni.
If you are talking about gbawe no and we be catch them say yes so for bi on here why na dwen say lockdown no on the be ya sorry nti no de ne lockdown international ministries obebom saa na megidi say bia we are by there obetie na waye de ye ka say enye no yen sa kankra say yes so for bi ya che no Kumase. Enti no bia yenya ho report I beba. But yanko Damongo ne ye nua ba se wa brakatu nkotwetwe nkomo wa free baller akoduru Damongo. Se wa ma chen.
Ya new lawyer.
Se wa pomboko de.
Lawyer ya ma ahwefo nyina nyankopon adom me ho oden pa nya me de me nkwa ache me.
Yo. Ye ni nkobo kakra mfiri Damongo.
Yo, lawyer me ma hwefo nyina kwa ba omom hwe UTV Sabre edema Damango ahaye Savannah region ene yegina na omukropon kase mu eni ye nyina yenimsese enne wo hwe corona virus a abesinse wiase nyina komu a omai bi ye ne fam dia obetimi ahwese obetimi amana kofom se yentu ase mpo a nsunsanso a edebeba nkebe kofom eno so nti se de enim no mpanifo ayen hyehye ya edwa hodo ne mia ahodo nyina no wodi enrogo we ye disinfection exercise a ekoso ewo mia ahodo nenne yaba etifi do mantem no mantem ne nyina gise northern region pe ena nka ho edwa bi ewo ha bia ene mia ahodo ankrofo faka ne ade no ye de no ne bi ebepetepete ho na sana anope Damango ha ye hyase no empanifo ne semtrofo ekasai na oba eye Savannah region a sofo abedi eche ewe owura samwatika oni ye kasa no eno ozisesi ese wo hwa omukrom ha no mainstream kronkro enso ene wo ha na ne nyina edwa bi ye wo ha no omudi ndo ne bi bepete ho wo se bra ye hyase ye kasa partial lockdown bankran ene kumase no wo man susu se bia enkedom be puta ba ha na nso se esi ye de abeduru ne se ade hye dodo na ebi frinkran ebi fri kumase o ma ba be piem wo Savannah region ha wo muntimi mpam wo se ba bi krom fri ba ye no mo nsa nko enti kakra mo ye ne se enipa ne ba na yakohwe omo se omo mpom tesen afa baby cropotin bi omo kotena no so no omo do omo ni di akire abede bebe akire na yenim se Zoom Lion Ghana Limited na dwuma ikrom di anim omo ye owura Desmond apia wono so free Zoom Lion ba ye sim enkofo bi sa na ne enro ben na adwuma ne de ye wo se we chlorine solution ni pH no 6.5 na omo kama nkofo atese emo nketenkete ahodom timidi yare atese COVID-19 eni nua mo ba no eno na ku wo mo enya de se ehuma onipa dasani nanso ma amase nuane ne ade aye de om de begoso nti na edwemu ma no wa ma mo nyina katakata ne ma ne so no na me ma me kasa anwa ye hwe se ye ne MC ya ono ewo Savannah region ha Damango kremu ye ne no ebedi enkomo eye onimonyamfo Mwazu Sahid ono ene ne no ebo nkomo honorable anope ye mo ache ye nti yentam kakra ye se ye de wa wonim de abam ya mo ache uchi no ensa danye be kakra nenso yenka kakra wapo mo ye de
boko ye da sipa ne Mwaba Savannah region. You know, Savannah region is one of the newly created regions, and at least for the first time Yenya UTV covering a major program say munim say a nationwide disinfection program and another Danko Akufo-Addo the government with collaboration with the Minister of Local Government and Zoom Lion Aomoye. It is a major program by the central government. Said the SBA sa coronavirus na eba wiase mu a ama wiase nyina ayebasa enti one of the measures ne say yen disinfect your markets and so doing no Minister of Local Government catch MMDs ni nyina ewo Ghana nyina say yen nyina yen compile a lot ena markets baby e digwa nyina medium big small and then a friend saying large ones no nyina said the sibeya will compile them and give them to the central government nti e nyina ye nti Savannah region here ka say disinfection no it take place by 60 markets and 15 lorry stations nti near ye hu sesi ane say Anopay, it has gone through many districts. Once the Savannah region, there were 7 districts, municipal and district assemblies. And the major ones have been carried out in Bole, Sola, Damango, Central Gunja, and many other districts. It is very important. And what is important, they say, Zoom Lion program no more fumigation. But major project to our government here, disinfection. And so disinfection is completely different from a friend is saying fumigation. And to we know intro ne say we only use chlorine. Chlorine I know to purify the water for but this particular one I've seen that is so effective. Ultimately say all the machines are put in place and they are doing very, very well.
Now what can be say Mole National Park, Matum Sanity?
No correct. Yeah, 2 Mole National Park because on say 90% are on Crawford visitors no Molino, am Rofo, Omu free, Amonanina Muba. And Pese aha is a hub of tourism. And you know, Moli National Park for Kokasa, himself, one of the best hotels in the country. Ewaha, your friend is Zena Lodge. Nina, no Mukasa, no Munyantia, they have to lock up the places for 3 months, they are 90 days. Because these are some of the emergency decisions I are taking as part of the nationwide program to combat this disease. And Timoli National Park, as I speak, your man microphone call hobby. Zena Lodge, you don't accept visitors there, and the Moli Motel. Until such a time, say, Yarena Anobeba for Mansa. Then we'll give them the go ahead to operate again.
Now, honorable Yabaye, who say, as a Crawford, Eddie, so no so pa, Nipen Yabonting, Casaben, Amoni Omokaya, Avanisi.
And on say, it's the way politicians, or say, any and Crawford. You know more bibiano, interest at all times. The personal relationship between you and your people. On say major streets. But what me say obia on fee because Omo who said there's the need for us to combat this disease. Until one said disease is so spread it and it's spread through at least here in Nipa. Until what you fear said omo fee for a number of hours, at least. If there's any at all, one would have stopped transmission. But taking so many measures in place. On Sekaya, you for Moba and Richie, we have to get an isolation point for them. We screened them one after the other, and we took all their information. Said we screened over 400. Kaya ye for no.
Kaya ye for Nkomo Free Kumasan and Krayaba
district, municipal way more. Almost 400. Until any police for no cause she share barrier and ink account, so we stopped all of them. And I had to call hospital. Then we screened them. So after screening them, then we realized that at least best almost 3B, Omunipa Mensabi, and almost show signs no. So we treated them as suspected cases. And as I speak, Omunyina results are proven negative. But we didn't leave anything to chance. Yeah, 400 in almost contacts, almost community, almost fee, almost phone numbers, almost friends, almost house numbers. In the next 3 days, we are going to follow them. I am almost 1 week. we've traced them one after the other and still screen them and see if they will show the signs of the COVID-19 disease. Yes.
And I said, "You're more than a day. I'm saying, Monchan, hey, ya tamale, and say, be a baby, Pihokrama. Yes, my Anna Baku, a Jane. If you are saying them some more cotton, and Zinia not Bambono. And a free moment, so, and I saw the Conorden region, one also then a mile.
Yes, on say, on say, cast most of the passengers, if one fit labor. And Tina say, we have collaborated with a lorry station for no. Say, almost said they almost loady first, no. At least more distancing kakra. But say nipa 2 instead of 3 no. So that at least we can stop the spread. And then we are also collaborating. Ma and Crawford and say education na no. So be banner say your ho na say nimse onye Ghana nia. Omuma a tip off. Ama ekofa San Crawford no contest. We do that. So community no they are actually doing very very well. And I have to commend say communities na education na no. It's sinking down well with the people. Omo ya the information flow now mudima at the center to deal with it. No.
Honorable, that's no bre. Ne Damango MCE, Honorable Mwazu Sahid, and a Chochenkomo. Na ne Zoom Lion Ghana Limited in Penifonso by Chochenkomo. Mami Emma Achiambuachi, or a Director of Communications and Corporate Affairs, Zoom Lion. No also Ebabo and Komo. Mame, Anope, Yamawati.
Yeah, me dear, let's say.
Yanko Padumo, by Yahu and Fidia who do be brave. There maybe so Anope and say. If you did do a sign, I'm what buy ye and run where the caca. Yahu dear, Nancy Pinch.
Yo, Mindasi Bebre, Enfidia, Yadiba, dear, a dozen. Fidia and Namuyamsa no mai, ye cra, Bessa and 9, any a whole cameras are a chow. And I war Enfidia na, a praca paswa, a sans who won't sew our car consul so, and also so ya were Bessa and 9. A war Damango Mantamu Hasea. Mienu ena ye adwuma wada mango kroyi mu sesei ena mienu susu ko larabanga ne bole ho susu e kwa kobo wo adwa horo a e wo honum na afidie truba na wo mu de bo machi truba ne de bebre ena wo de bo adwuma me ha mani nka wo mo mbo spray no be se ediosia ene wo damango mpotemu ha sei na bole ne larabanga honum susu be se aduasa ene ko hwa no pe
say duasa na je so madoso pam na medical chim na mpesa wa wosisu de enkofo bisa sa duro no kra ye den na mudi kogu dwemu ye kwadidi ho asabi bibi nyeye enkyere mu ne sei
oba se wa eduro no abefofo efra no sodium hypochlorite eno na ye chlorine solution sa solution we eno na Jumaku a ehwe wiase afa na nyina apomuden so World Health Organization agi atum se ye bossa eduro ya etete emoawa emanyarwa to se bronisi bacteria ne virus no ebra as in fact eku na sa yare die kodie we a abai ono ne virus no so na eno so ye influenza virus ni bia eduro no so eye influenza virus ho adwuma enti yasem ne se ye bowo miamia edwawa na se miamia nipa taibodwa ye bowo apono so ne baabi a nipa taide ne nsaka se ne be asem mo ne bia dikan wo hodomo a na ekuon na afa so apagya ye apomoden akosoro se ne be ya se apomodin kosoro a yare no mpo betwamu a na chese anyaye ye bom pa so se bi ma ha
ye bom pa ye se ebi ma ha ye gusua ne Zoom Lion Ghana Limited ye maami emachi aboache na etwetwe nkomo na ye hwɛ samo ba ye se ba bi wo ho abeko bi mu se ye mpene ye ha de mu rahe yi mo ahia bibisa
Erade adom ye ba ye regional minister ye ne de ahia one ne MC ya wo ha de ahia na wo mama yakwa aba ebusa ye kwa so me abo amane ma eyi ensantrofo nso atibi bibia kokama kama ye tu anamo a ye si abontin so ye ne omo anenam a ye ebo spray no nti ha de eboko
Yo, mama yada say eno obre. Enti ahwefo amhwe UTV anopay damango ene ye baye no. Edwane dɔɔso ye bɛkɔ baabi bebre ye de ani di akire. Ye nyina ye famu de abo asɛ de be ya COVID-19. Ye betimi apam ne ntem every oman Ghana mu.
Sawa brakatu da se pa enua ba ne twetwe enkomo efri damango no. Busanfo ye bre no ya aso ho.
Ya
aso. Ni ba ko bi akama ye ntimfo na
fi. Ye kan asukufo ya semima wo mo. Kwala na o ma ba betena fi awofo odwe ho sesi academic calendar no ebekosan na ene daily graphic at afeto so aduonu enso. Na Ministry of Education ne Ghana Education Services say wo mo ne GBC akabom ama enche kra wo ma wo mo special channel enche na ye fie de ya na ye first into say efi 3rd April ekono na so special channel na se a eye adwuma omo friend say Ghana Learning TV nti secondary school for no senior high school for na omo wo fie no ho no wono besua ade nti eti say school dem mu pese mo kai baby distance learning na ye no eno a na omo ebeye say de ebeye adesua no koka echi empanimfo say wo mo gu nkasasie so enti enche wo di JHS na afei P1 for no say na kra dem kan basic 1 kosi 6 for no na wo de wonum so ababe county Director General Ghana Education Service Prof Kosipoku Amankwa na wo ne daily graphic edi nkomo ya wo say wo ma awie bibia awie anisa enti fieda wonum be fiti ase ama ento asosukufo na nya kwan asua de kama
cancel the akache ba ko e wo graphic mo back page onum Agnes Opoku Sapon na ye report say lockdown ne ba ye no enkramiame a yenim se bola asum honom age honom afa nyina na be na wotwekre nuru ukọ honom ahwate nwan efi bia eni honom bola uta hu se nka aboaboa no na to de bia de chance nkorasi ho se nkofo mfa bola ni ngumu be wo mu mfa ngu bola ni mu na ye makra na aboroso to de bi so ane bola no nchen honom container ni nchen hona no wo mu di bekunu se ni nyina asakra graphic do boka chance adwoada no wo mu ko miamia wodo bi ti se kwame nkroma circle interchange mu nyina bola na nka de bia bekọ na aboaboa no na esum ho adwoada de wo mu ko na ebi ni ho kaneshi odoko malam highway na ka be na ebi kra ya pra na ya boaboa no na no wo mu ko hodwoada na bola no ensum ho kra bio George Walker Highway no aso extension no eba N1 ebi ni honum Accra High Street de na ye de to Professor Mills awenya ne ba bi kro no honso na ka be na bola aboaboa no container na chance kra de esi wo se nkofo mfengum no wo mu mfengum kaneshi malam agbogbuloshi wo mu chese no akra de wo mu kopia agbogbuloshi enso still na ebi ni honum Ghana Times do broadcast chese sanitation officers na ka wo mu brebre no wo ma pra ansana wo ma pra wie no no a wo mu du wo na ni nyina ebi eni honum ti wo mu ne ye maame ba ko Madam Mary Lati sanitation penifo no ba ko twehwe nkomo no so lockdown no anye ye kra na ma ahote ene ahunidi abanti ke be a ento aso se ya na se be ye Ghana fo ebeja bola no eno ne asem no aso adinti yentena dem kwa yentena na bola ne yesi mi etu nwa ebe ye ti graphic times ekire ho eno so eno ene asem a ode aba no we are Ghana Times.
All right, the fear that's message about a dozen. Unfortunately, ye brand no ye bed dane ye hone ye de apomuden abrem. But ba ku bi am pese me kind because of the use of a word binti. John Ni Lantivan the Poetema Community 2 BBC was say, I couldn't care less if those who flout the lockdown directive would have a taste of their own pill. But heck, when your neighbor doesn't take precaution, your chances of infection is high. TK. People are aimlessly gallivanting to and fro my area. Gallivanting, as I say.
Bachere. Omunam bachere. Jinje. Ko ha kotia no abetia oni botaye. Onam bachere.
That's why osan the aimless na gallivanting.
Na say am pass nipa oni
to my area to and fro unperturbed.
Hey, unperturbed so
I'm not surprised anyway, because I haven't seen a single security personnel at post ever since the lockdown.
Eno
I'm saying baby.
Eno there be tema come to eno me me side na obwa.
Hey sister,
come to 3 Good Shepherd police for barrier wo ho committee 5 omo barrier wo ho eno am ya na me so ati ene pan no na me de come out so obi anwene police for
but boy no want good shepherd and want
to committee 2 good shepherd no committee 2
unim boy no
there be so case o committee 2 BBC
committee 2
BBC another barrier e wo committee 2 committee 3 agbama me wo
be sa ma boy ya ma media bi o se nya mi pia kwa akọhwe se barrier no
maybe question o se bisa ni lante o ya damfo wafa baby na because the police for no e wo ho a you may not see because of them but they hear a perfect asem no mu no say just nipa no nam ho a aimlessly and they are gallivanting
and also they kapa bebre
but you mo bi mo ho
no so ebi no so run shift and na no shift too
in fact a psychological problem nti na ebe ka ho asem obi ho a ontimi ntena ase say o shedem ebra wo mpie bibi ya ne se wo mpie enti no
we dey go say no ma me kan letter yi pa Francesca Melange
letter na me wo nsem
oh there be
because a very interesting letter.
Very interesting letter.
Very interesting.
Or Canadian so can psychological. Baba wa what wrong or a novelist. War Italy and what chocolate UK for.
Oh, kind of brofun and fiancasiana.
Okay. Ewa when you end the beche. And Friday near kind.
And I'll obey team watch.
Okay, and you're meeting with your Friday near kind. Now I am with the power say a letter to the UK from Italy. This is what we know about your future. Enti wono no we see ano why interfoyi ni wo ka omo da achi akire wo fi say oti Rome and wo hu and wo say ebeto wo mo. Enti o say a deserted Rome. We are but a few steps ahead of you in the path of time. Then she says the acclaimed Italian novelist Francesca Melandri, who has been under lockdown in Rome for almost 3 weeks due to the COVID-19 outbreak, has written a letter to fellow Europeans from your future, laying out the range of emotions people are likely to go through over the coming weeks. I just want to quote Bibi Kakra Okai, say a time will come, or say as we watch you from here, from your future, we know that many of you, as you were told to lock yourselves up into your homes, quoted, oh well, some even homes, but soon you will be too busy for that. First of all, you will eat, not just because it will be one of the few last things that you can still do. You will find dozens of social networking groups with tutorials on how to spend your free time in fruitful ways. You will join them or then ignore them completely after a few days. You will pull apocalyptic literature out of your bookshelves, but you will soon find you don't really feel like reading any of it. You will eat again. You will not sleep well. You will ask yourselves, what is happening to democracy? You will have an unstoppable online social life on Messenger, WhatsApp, Skype, Zoom. You will miss your adult children like you never have before. The realization that you have no idea when you will ever see them again will hit you like a punch in the chest. This is your future. Actually, Friday met to us.
The future baby. They are called Kenyan one abandoned.
And you can phone sister or mason wedding.
Southern New Zealand so more. Almost your bomb cocoa. Them side no side here. You cry the answer. Now will be friends so dick now as was in the
Cratching no.
A bear said beer.
Or a cratching.
Just I know non conform say no person mo yena or more they control we are sinner.
Oh, but you know in Russia, almost say I've forgotten the man's name. Mitien or BBC. He actually told them that a USA for no manufacture or patent, and then a BBC correspondent beside said, "Oba Dayaka, how did they patent it? Also, a secret patent, even in Russia. And pay almost suspect to say Vladimir Putin when you be." Because doctor Nina or call ni honum no doctor na tested positive for call so no chia no and on any call rounds
in Russia. Omo ni school ni no kwanya contact omo enye bi omo testing negative.
Omo feel say on any chia and he spent almost the whole day with that doctor. And see that's the fear. And na sa no a virologist or Russia and OTBC so oka say o madwen ye omo say
unfortunately but you see the point is that me sure say me and saying we will be on the same page in this. theories na ho ni na ye ntimi improve be wrong or right tie de ne say ye mo ye ho ban say nya no kra e be ba betwam akọ no kra nso a ye boy ho ban na ye kọ ye ba bi me gidi say ye ne say be boy for theories no edos Minister of Information ye press briefing binti no ye da na ye ho akọ aba ye be fa kakra ye ba na ye de apomuden ho asem so ato aso say edu sa abre ya mu bi no mo ho amadwen no muntimi ntena fie mo ani nje mo wire aho nkomo emu adi afi be kakra nkomo no kwa na afuna afi wo frɛ fie a afie te sɛ wo sɛ ye yo ene mesa frɛ obi ko so nkomo na asa ebi o timi frɛ obi ugina so sa wo hu asɛm ka wo because mo di nkomo na amana asa
efie tena no
mo we na mana mana afro mo
enti obi ko hye ne boy hoyi
Wo da ya kan lete ni ye. Wo se ahwe ye be wie no mpo no. Nsem bi be sisi.
Oh yeah.
Wo mba nyenyem no ana.
E so nyem no wo.
Domestic violence e be koso. Yeah.
Dog sufo. Ya dan ho akwa ba ya de apomuden ho se be mu ntwen ba sisi a.
That they can only take 20 and keep clean, and the others we are going to feed. So we are going to give them food every day. Give them food, give them water twice a day. We haven't thought of the breakfast yet, so we are still looking through. We have drinks and things, so we'll supply them with, and then the medical assistance that we can provide for them also. The food we are going to provide is going to be hot meal, and I will entreat if we can get the journalists go around and see exactly what we are saying, whether it's being complied. When we keep our brothers and sisters, we are not just going to keep them, we are going to train them on personal hygiene. Because those who came from Kumasi, from Ejusu yesterday, we realized that we need to train them on personal hygiene, how to use the sanitizers. We are providing 15,000 sanitizers. FBA came over to help us. Mimi is here. Mimi, thank you so much. They are providing them with 15,000 sanitizers. The sample is here. I will show to you so that at least when we say they should wash their hands with soap and water and use sanitizers, we are not just saying it in vain, but we are providing for them. We are going to give them soap and water also. There are Veronica buckets on the compound where they are going to be kept, and make sure that we train them to do the personal hygiene. We are also going to train them on social distancing. It is something that is very important because we realize that they always cluster. So we have to teach them on social distancing, and that is something that we are going to take very seriously. By keeping them also, what we are going to do is that we have done the head count, we have the list already. We already have their data. But because some of them have moved before the ban, we cannot use that data. Otherwise, we are going to spend for nothing. So that is why we went around to collect the data on the ground, the people who are left behind. Those are the people we are catering for. We register them, give them identity. After everything, we are going to separate the younger ones from the older ones because some of them are really not supposed to be in town doing cardio. A cardio at 13 or 12. By the time that lady turns 25, what do you think would happen to her? And so for those younger ones, we'd let them go back home and go to school because we know that education is free now. So after separation, when we register them, we will not allow any younger lady to be a cardio. We will only use the adults who are using it for work. That is their work. And then make sure that we do the screening for them, and then we make sure that they are healthy, even though they still want to be in that trade of cardio. We are also going to do grooming and deportment for them. We have young ladies. Already we have 20 carriers that we took from the streets who are now attending journalism, who are doing dressmaking, fashion design and all that. So we are bringing our trainers to come and train them. We are grooming these ones because we know sitting at one place for 2 weeks is going to be a little boring. So we'll make it exciting for them. After that, we do the separation. In Kumasi and Accra, where we are going to send the food, we are doing Nima, CMB, Malamata Market, Agbogloshi, Tema Station, because some of them live there. So we are doing the Circle, Tiptoe Lane, Pig Farm, Alajo, Accra, Newtown, Mamobi, exactly where we think they are. That is where we are sending the food. In Ashanti region also, we are doing same. We are doing Adiabeba High Tension, Moshi Zongo, Ayano, Moshi Zongo, Alaba, Subin, and in all we have Subin, Ship markets, the bus station and all that. We are providing them with food and water, and we are also screening them. Yesterday, we thanked Minister of Health. They were there to do the screening, take their temperature and make sure that if their temperature goes high, then they go for isolation and then they test them. But yesterday, we didn't get any sample of anybody's temperature going high. And so we think we are in the range. Today, when we pick them up, we are going to do the same. And we continue doing it until we are sure that none of them is a threat to the others, so that at least by the time they come out of where we are keeping them, we'll know that they are all safe. Minister, I think that's about all for them. We are also taking care of the people with disability. We have over 10,435 people with disability that we are also going to take care of. And then we are also taking care of the mental people that we have said. Director is not here. He would have given us the updates of those that we are taking. So basically, that is what we are doing. When we sit and there are any questions, we'll answer. Thank you very much.
Honorable Minister, thank you for that update. So in terms of feeding is being provided for. They are also they will be given a daily stipend of how much? Okay. It will be good to put that figure out at some point in time, but they'll be given a daily stipend at some point. And then in terms of accommodation, you've identified places where we are very grateful. We will take some questions for the Honorable Minister. And then the toiletries and other sanitary items as well. Because as the President mentioned, the homeless and the vulnerable are a key cohort that we need to also respond to. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the third part of our brief this morning, which is to, and that is the health brief. We want to give a quick update on case count and case management, but we want to start off with some clarification on the enhanced testing we've been talking about. You recall that on Sunday, when we provided a brief, we explained what we wanted to do by enhanced testing. Since then, there have been reports that government intends to do compulsory testing or mass testing in some areas, and it's important to really clear this up. Indeed, there are letters that are flying around that have been issued by some local teams suggesting that compulsory testing exercises are intended in their areas. For the avoidance of doubt, the government of Ghana just wants to update on what the enhanced testing program is. It has two parts. One, there are those who fall within the basket of what we call the contact tracing and testing. They are the persons who we know have come into contact with positive cases. There's a second cohort of that contact tracing and testing, which is made up of persons who came into the Ghanaian jurisdiction within a particular window. These are the persons that primarily we seek to trace and test. And already the engagements have started on how they can make themselves available for the testing while they are being traced. Teams have been trained across the country who are doing that, because not all of them are in Greater Accra and Greater Kumasi as well. Then neighborhoods in which the Ghana Health Service and the surveillance team desires to do some more active surveillance. What that means is that visit homes, have conversations with people, have people develop temperatures here. Are there persons here who believe they have symptoms and therefore want to test? Because while you are generally saying you are tracing and you are testing and saying that if persons have conditions, they should call 112, there may be somebody in a particular neighborhood who has not even paid attention or has not heard. So that enhanced program allows them to go out into these neighborhoods in the hotspot areas.